Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Metaphysical Hour. I'm Julia Cannon, and this is my co-host, Tracie Mahan.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, let's do the dance. We're live. I just want to say that I'm the reason we were not live last week because I was getting a new roof and I thought they would be done by 5 and they were not. So we didn't go live because we didn't think all of you needed to hear all of that.
Right, and they were the loudest at what would have been.
Yeah, they were hammering and nailing things down at that point, and it was pretty loud. So,
good call. Yes.
Yeah.
And then this young lady is the reason we're not live this week.
Right. So excited to bring Anna on. That's right.
Yeah.
She's in the dance. I was telling her,
She
look
is
at
in
the
the
dance floor
dance.
behind her. We should be dancing. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're continuing our QHHT Level 3 series with our wonderful, one of our newest QHHT Level 3 practitioners. So excited, so excited. And Tracie's got a personal connection here, but we have Anna. Okay, let me see. Morozova. Morozova. Yes, I said it right. Yes. Welcome. Woo! So exciting.
Tell everyone where you're at, Anna, so that they understand why we're doing this, a pre-record, not going live. So it's your evening over there in our morning. So, but yeah, you're over. And tell me again where you're at, because I almost said the Netherlands, and I know that's not right.
Yes, it's Vienna, Austria.
Yes.
Austria.
Okay. Beautiful area. But we have to go visit her. We should have done this one live.
But actually, my background looks like I've got morning as well, because it looks like Julia have got evening. I've got morning.
Yes. Yeah.
Confuse the audience. I love it.
Yes, it's bright light that's over here. It shines, puts shadows on everything.
Exactly. So yeah, so for me, it's a great honor to have Anna on. She's, I got the privilege of being her teacher for Level 3, and I'm just very excited to have her as part of our team. So I'll let you ask her some questions, Julia.
Yeah, but first of all, Anna, just between us, really, what kind of a teacher was Tracie? How did she do with you? I mean, was she?
Actually, both of you were my teachers, like offline. So Julia was in Australia, my teacher, and you, Tracie, was my teacher, like Level 3. So both of you were my teacher.
Okay, so Anna, who was the better teacher?
It was Dolores Cannon.
Oh, well played. All right. No.
Good save.
That was good. Yeah.
I mean, I'm so thrilled and grateful to have both of you as my teachers, because it's like blonde power. Both of you, beautiful women in my life. Plays really high role. Like, you need to turn me, and because of you, I'm getting so deeply somewhere to help other people. And both of you are so funny. And I think that the laughing and the, like, when you're fun, it's like the language of angels. It's a language of spiritual world. I laugh a lot, both of you. So I'm so grateful. I know for sure that
I have to have her on a few more times.
Absolutely. It's a must. Yes. Just
now my room's starting to get dark. Oh, I think it's because of where I'm sitting. There we go.
Oh, well, that is so sweet. So let's hear about your journey, because this is what I love to hear. You know, it's like, and this is what we do in our sessions too, is where, you know, what happened, what went on in your life. But in this, it's a little bit different. What brought you to QHHT? What got you into this whole world of metaphysics? What got you in the strange, weird, and wonderful? I mean, you know, it's all of this. So, because I mean, I always kind of say it candidly, but you know, and the last time I got caught on that, I was like, were you born into all of this, or, you know, or did you kind of creep into it?
Because when I hear all these stories from my clients, I see the difference, or I see something common. And when I start to think about what should I say about myself, it's not, because what should I say? And then I realized that I would say you the story, which I always hearing from my clients. So like in the age of 2, I realized that I'm exist. I was like in a playground, and I remember this feeling like, oh wow, I've got friends, I exist. Oh, it's universe. Oh, wow. So it was like, now Okay, let's play again. So then after all these years of developing, of growing, etc., I was in different situations, in different career situation. And in each situations, I've got so much interesting in people. I can communicate with different people, like it could be rich, poor, clever, not so clever, intelligent, not intelligent, but I see something inside everybody. And for me, it was so obvious that everybody got something inside them, and it was so interesting. Then I've got my career, and my career was in investment banking. So I'm a lady with 6 screens, all these men on this buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So like basically financial, rational world.
I
All
love
this
it.
money,
I
money,
love
money.
it because that's what we talk about, I mean, so see, you're about as far away from the whole spiritual woo-woo as you can get when you're doing
Yeah.
that.
Like in your position, yeah, it was like banking, and it was all these numbers, profit, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but that's what it was fun as well. But it was really, really the world of money and the knowledge and the rational world. And in that period, I travel a lot, and I always was curious about these people still. Some people got something, some not. And even in the banking, even in the forest market or derivative markets, they said that you can have all the knowledges, but you need to have gut feeling. With gut feeling, you can be successful. And it's interesting. So even in this,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
got this gut feeling. So then,
Did everybody understand that in that world?
not everybody, but
Okay.
still, they quit the job financial market and go to work by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time of my maternity leave, when I get married and I go to maternity leave, my son was born in 2017. And I decided, okay, here is my son, my new life. I'm no longer a banker for some kind of period. I need to study something interesting, which drives me in my life. And I remember that in my 20s, when I was like 10 years before this maternity leave, I got 1 year experience in psychotherapy is one of the issue. And I've got 1 session in with Erickson hypnotherapy. And it was extremely great result. Like, wow. So in this period, in 2017, I decided I would start to study Erickson hypnotherapy. And it was like, I need to check where I can find it. And it was the great professor in Moscow, in Russia. He invented his course, and it will be the last one in the next building of my house, like tomorrow. I said, maybe this is a sign. Who knows? So I come to this course, and it was dramatically interesting, super, extremely high. I don't know why. And it was wow. And then I met the person who invited me to QHHT, because QHHT is somehow something deeper than just Erickson. So you can go not just in the past, but in the past.
Right, way back.
way back.
And I think, oh, it's just the same way as I feel, because there is no fear. How can you fear your own death? I mean, everybody knows that we will die. Everybody knows. And we have no evidence that it will not happen. So everybody dies. But we still have this fear. Why? So for me, it's some things in life so obvious. So yeah, QHHT, and I applied for level 1 online course, and it was September 2018, and we started to travel with the family for a long distance, because I was on maternity leave. My husband also quit the job and started to do trading by himself. So we travel, I started to do online course, and then I finished in November 2018. So now I need to do 25 sessions, okay. And then I realized that we will travel to Australia from February, and I applied for level 2, and level 2 will be in Australia from the February of 2019. So again, it was
amazing.
Yeah, I've got just 1 month to do my 25 session, and I did my 25 session in 1 month. It was just like all my friends, all my relatives, all the friends of my friends, like we need to. And
I need all your friends.
Yeah, like actually, even now, I just have friends who was in my session. So they need to be in my session of QHHT. That's how you can be sure that they are normal.
You want to be my friend? You must go under. Hold on.
I need to check your past lives, you know?
Make sure we don't have any death trauma going on here between us.
And the funny thing, that's like magic thing, that's we start our level 2 in Sydney in February 2019 in the day of my birthday. So it was like, you know, the sign of to have new life, extremely new life after banking. So the new career, the new life, the new level, like new birthday. So yeah. And it was like, wow. In Australia, I think it was some sort of extremely magic class of the February of 2019.
It was a really cool class. It was really cool.
Still, the world was different. Still,
it was. Yes.
And so many people interesting, and so many destinies, and the Australia. Oh my goodness! That's how actually I was in love in Australia from that time. But somehow now I'm in Austria. But I am close in my letters. Austria.
Yes. You stayed with the theme in the US. That's funny.
Yeah, so we finished this class and I'm back to Moscow and I start a new journey, let's say. It's really interesting how sessions changes, how the people change, how the people come to your experience. So the more experience you become, the more interesting sessions you have. And I mean, looking
Why
back,
do you think that is? Why do you think that is, Anna?
I think of the level of the energy and the level of your experience, a level of your vibration, and like you feel that you can help, you know how to help, you know how to deal with this. So these people come. And of course, I'm not like the professional from the first point. I've got extremely strange session as well, and it's teach me a lot. And I think even bad session they teach you more than the good one. So, but you have the same balance. But the bad session, I mean, it's not the fault of me or the fault of the client.
Right.
The whole system. So you should be ready. It's responsible for the both of the
Maybe we just call it a challenging session.
Yeah, it's like
there are no bad sessions. There just might be some more challenging.
But in this emotion, when you challenge all this,
at that point, your frame of mind is like, this is a bad session.
Yeah,
it's so funny because right now, when I will have some challenge in the session, I start to think, okay, this is the challenging session. And my voice, another one, no, it's because of you, or it's because of the client. No, shut up. So it's also funny how these voices, they just become, these voices become silence and go away. Yeah, and
she's getting out the duct tape and wrapping it.
And I'm gonna mention the story, like when I compare the difference, finally, I feel the difference between the opportunity to work in the bank and the opportunity to work as a practitioner. So in the bank, I work with really, really big corporates with the deals for a lot of money. So it's a lot of responsibility, like big deals. And sometimes you go to credit committee, so to speak with chefs about these deals. Can you please approve this deal or whatever? You should do something. And it's really big deals, really big companies, and you've got this stressful period of your time. This is one feeling of responsibility. Another one is when, for example, I go to the session and I know that that's gonna be the lady who experienced cancer, or she experienced some trauma or divorce or something, and she really not just want to be healed, but she ready for that. She ready to do next steps. And it's extremely, extremely important, not just I want some magic pill, but I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready and I will. So it's another, feeling of responsibility, and it can be compared. So this is nothing. And this is a life, real life. And I think that our work and the work of something we do is like one by one. So you heal one, he will heal another just because of his life or I don't know, his knowledge. And this is how we will heal everybody. And just something.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes.
So that's how I come and jump inside and deep. And yeah, and it was like, yeah, go. And you know how it's happening. If it's the right way, it's just highway. It's highway.
So did you leave the banking then? You're like, I'm done, or are you still there?
No, I'm quit. So after my maternity leave, I'm just not back there. And I'm quit and I do these sessions and I do this career and I do a lot of how to say public work maybe. So I do social media in Russian speaking society is most popular as Instagram. So not Facebook or YouTube, but Instagram. So like more in Instagram. And what I experienced is that there are a lot of information in English. There are a lot of information in America. There are a lot of information in English-speaking countries, but there are a lack of information in Russian-speaking countries. And you need to say the truth, and you need to translate the truth, and you need to do it in the right way, not in the way of, you know, in the right way.
Yeah. So you've been, I know that you speak more than just the two languages, right? You speak.
So that's another story. So after we got to Moscow, we decided that we want to live, we want to experience some living in other country for a while. And we decided to move to Vienna, Austria, because it's close to Russia. Somehow it looks like Australia in the world. So in the period of lockdown and Corona, we moved here in lockdown with Deutsch language. We don't know Deutsch language. Everything is closed. It's German language.
This is where I got the Netherlands, the Dutch language.
Yeah. So, and it was like really nice time. It's really challenging one. But somehow you will find your way. And how they say, they say that we are not starting in a good time. We're just learning in dark time. So dark time here is just for your starting your learning. And
I like that. Yeah.
Other quotes which I share with Tracie in my level 3 is when the client asks like, so now in our world, what is who is the win? The light or the dark? Who is the winner now? Who is the winner? And they say, the CS say like, who is the winner in your heart? Who is the heart?
Yes.
In this world. So the whole world is your heart. So that's beautiful. Don't try to think about everything, everybody.
Right. Yeah. See, that comes back to it's what's your reality. You know, which one are you? Yeah, whatever it is, whatever you're focused on, whatever that's what it is. Yeah, it goes back to what we say all the time. It's your choice.
Yeah. And one of more insight maybe for the couple of last months is we shouldn't help everybody. We can help those who need our help, who will ask for our help.
Yeah.
And because, you know, when I start doing this, I think, oh, I will save everybody. Now, everybody. Oh, I say, yeah, that's work. Come on. No, that's not how it works.
So exactly. Yeah. That's so cool. Because that happens. I mean, that happens so much when you realize what you've got in your hands. It's like, oh my gosh, I can save the world. And we see that a lot. People, it's pretty typical. You know, it's like, oh, I'm going to go out and shout it from the rooftops. I've got this. Everybody come and do it and everything. I remember Mom in one of her classes or something, she said, you know, that they each have to come to it individually. You can't go out or like in the surrogates, you don't go and just save everybody. You know, this isn't how this works. Each person has to come to it individually. Yeah. The ones, and like what you're saying, when they're ready to take responsibility, to be their part of it, whatever it is, it's got to move through it that way, rather than.
And I experienced such a interesting for me stories when in the session, in QHHT session, client got some really bad issues with the body, for example, or some fears. And we try to read it, to read of it, and somehow it's still there. And I asked the client, do you want to be healed?
Yes.
And the answer was, I don't know how to live without this fear.
Exactly.
How will be my life without it? So why you come here? I mean, I'm not responsible for your life. I'm responsible for the session, but you're responsible for your decisions. CS can help you, but you should be the one who asks, who really want it. So
well, and see and that's a good point, because that shows, see, there's more. You'll get what you get in the session, but then you have your own stuff that you've got to do, you know, maybe your own homework or your own whatever. It's maybe dealing like that. It's like, well, yeah, there's fear, and you'll be shown things in that session a lot of times too, to even see where that fear may be coming from. You know, there's different things like that, but it's still up to you to do your work on you.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times people don't realize that maybe the illness or the ailment that they have is giving them an excuse to work less or to say no to things they don't want to do. And all they got to do is start honoring the fact that they want to work less or say no to the things they don't want to do. But they're afraid to give up the illness or the discomfort, whatever the ailment is, because if they give that up, then they're going to have to start doing these things that they wish that they had the courage to say no to. So that's what I've found a lot, is a lot of times they carry a symptom just because they're afraid what'll happen if they don't.
Yeah. Mom used to call that, you want to know if they're benefiting from it. And that would be, you know, they're benefiting in some way. It could be, just it's allowing them to not do things that they're afraid to do or whatever, or it's, you know, in some way they're benefiting if they're trying to hold on to it. So those are things you got to look within yourself, is, you know, I mean, we can address it too in the session. It's like to scope that out, but that's what you want to look at. Why am I holding on to this? You know, especially if you know all these things about it.
But sometimes it's the opposite. When the people, they come and say, you know, I've got this experience with ayahuasca or something or whatever, but I was so, you know, conscious. I was extremely open to everything. I think I can do it without anything, just in the session. Let's do it. Okay. So this is another story when they want to go something extremely beautiful and ecological one, an economy one. So there, without me or any sort of ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that sometimes people, you know, they'll make comparisons like that if they've had these other experiences, and then they're trying to duplicate it with a QHHT session, and it's different. Let's just say it out there. It's different. So don't be trying to find that same whatever you got there. That was a different experience for you at that point. The QHHT has a whole other faculty, you know, it's you're going to get what's appropriate for you. It's got directives in there. Your higher self knows exactly what it's doing, and it's the one working everything. So it will likely be a different experience.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. I do get a lot of people that ayahuasca or microdosing, and they want to try this as a comparison. You're right. I guess I never thought about it, but yeah, I do hear those stories. They want to come in and see what they can do without the alterations.
Yeah. Well, and that's great. You know, you can see, I mean, you want to do it without it. I mean, that's my choice, you know, our thing. Let's just, you know, because you can do it without it. You don't have to have these things. And so that, but just don't be, you know, but some of them are like, I want to duplicate that, or I want to have the exact same thing. And then they might be disappointed because it's not the same. It's because this is different. It's actually more.
Yeah.
Still, QHHT, you've got this, you know, stop word. In ayahuasca, you haven't got any stop word, I think, because and here you can say, I want to go to PP. I want to do something. Or I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Well, you don't have as a rule, I mean, it's very rare to have any physical issues, where some of those, it's like you have violent physical issues, you know, that you know, or you're purging all these things and stuff like that. In
Yeah.
QHHT, it's usually taken care of a little less dramatically.
Yeah.
And
Or a
I
lot
want
less dramatically.
to say to the client, you need to have 5 or 6 hours. So for me, then you need to have 1 more hour, at least 1 more hour before you will go to save the world or your family or whatever, because you need extra hour just to stay with yourself, with your inner peace, inner voices. Still just 1 hour, please. So you shouldn't do anything else in this period. And when I experience QHHT as myself, and I think it's really helpful is even as a level 3 practitioner from time to time to do it by yourself, to your own, and go to somebody to be hypnotized and to see how the client feel all the stages. So what's important and how they feel afterwards. So it's improving the skills even high when you, in this position, I need to have more time. My client needs to have more time. So I don't want to speak exactly extremely in the same minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little while to come back in. That's why that an hour is definitely good. We use this usually a half an hour for sure. I mean, but an hour for sure they would be definitely back. And then they're processing. You know, they're still processing for quite a while. They can be doing that for several days, up to a couple of weeks. You know, and then they have a longer process time that, you know, that one's not. It's more going in the background and everything. So, but those 3 days, usually you're still kind of, what just happened? What's going on?
Yeah.
Interesting. The past, I think after level 3, so I did level 3 in March or February, and I was in my own transformation in this period of time. I think everybody in their transformation in this period of time, but starting this period, all of my clients, they come to me and we have the same story. The CS ask them to come to me. They have these questions, beautiful questions, but CS want to click something, some sort of transformation should be, should make another score. So it should be quicker or deeper. So we switch this transformation, turn on this transformation.
I love the dial you keep doing there.
Yeah. Turn it on.
Questions, and yes, your question is fine, but you need to, it's time. So I think now, they want us to be deeper and more quicker and all together. So it's everything has happened in right time, and this experience and this level of responsibility and experience, we can share also this level of responsibility and experience. It's happening.
Something is coming in as you're saying that. I don't know if, anyway, I'll ask and we'll see if it, I don't even know where this is going, but because you said something about they want us to go deeper. They want us, there's this more that's happening here. And it's time. Did they give you more information? Like about like, why is this? Do you have?
It's nothing, something new. We will not know with you. And
Let's get it recorded.
It's like the world. We are going to another world with another vibration, and it's we need to be more. How to say, in our DNA, it should be more and more conscious about what is happening, that we are united with everything here, and we can express all this high feeling of love and extremely high level. Because before this period, for whole history of the humanity, we show that we can't handle it by ourselves. So that's why we need some help. I mean, from their side to switch it, and from the more profound, mature souls who will come and teach other and do QHHT sessions with them or do something and share and spread vibrations. And more people, they just experience it inside. Yes, it's a bad thing that for some people, they experience this transformation with bad scenarios, like in wars or in corona or with death of relatives or something like that. but that's a way how it's happening. Yeah. So, and as I know from my side of the world, not from USA, but this side of the world, in all my sessions and of my colleagues, we see that in the future, let's say 7 or 10 years, we will see completely different world. And completely, it means that most of people will will look their, how to say, the magic inside of them. So everybody have some magic inside. So now understand that they have it. So it's not just some magical guy somewhere or some witches somewhere. No, 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 it's inside of me. All knowledge is inside of me. I can connect directly with the source. I don't need anybody. I just can connect. Yeah, and in the time of 7 or 10 years, we will see more and more people who are not scared anymore to speak. Because it's a lot of people, even practitioners, who do great jobs, who have really great sessions, but they don't speak. They haven't got time to share. They haven't got time for people. They think that it's not important. Who will hear me? Who will listen to me? No, it's important. Share your truth. That's how we will be more strong. We will see that it's a lot of us. Yes, here, so it will share. It's spread. That's what happened.
Yeah. I mean, just in the time that I've been doing the QHHT and knowing the Dolores Cannon stuff and in my journey, just watching how much it's exploded already. I can't even imagine when you say 7 to 10 years, it's like, gosh, where will we be? Like even in 1 year, it's just changed so much. So, yeah, we're in a really interesting time on our planet right now where so many people are coming into this knowledge and information and understanding of what's real, what's not real, what's mine, what's others, all these things, you know, and starting to really learn how to play this role as the human in a very highly successful way. So yeah, I think it's just going to be an incredible ride. So
and more people, they discover such an interesting things after the session. For example, they come back and say, you know, after the session, when the CS told me that I will see more, I will see colorful, and now I can see the color of the person, or I can smell the color, I can smell the person, not like the perfume, but the smell. Yeah. And then I have, for example, different person in different part of the world with the same feelings, like we see the colors. And I said, you need to communicate with each other. Try to, and they see the same colors of the people. And it's, wow, see, it's cool. And I mean, it's normal people. They work in normal work. They have families.
Not these weirdos over here.
It's happening because afterwards we will feel each other. We don't need to communicate. We will just be like, I know your fears. I can hear you. I can feel you. Just like your inner peace. And what I always talking about is that in our world, everybody speaks really great things. Like, you help each other, yeah. But one thing you can't, which is true, one thing it's inside you. You can feel it. You feel like it's calmness. So you feel calmness from the person, or happiness or calmness, or you feel a bit of anxiety. But it's beautiful words, it's a beautiful lady, or it's a beautiful boy, but you can feel it. So listen to what is inside you. It works 100% all the time.
It's fail safe. Yeah, trust that.
Trust. I was just going to say that too. Trust. It's just trust it.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I mean, how many of us have all heard at the end of a session, well, I kind of already knew that, you know, and it's like, yeah, you did. You already had it. We just wanted to really anchor that in for you.
Well, and some people have used that as like, well, I already knew that, you know, it's like that doesn't, to downgrade the quality of the information. It's like, but that just shows how connected you are. You already knew it. And like you said, this is just grinding it in. Yes, you are connected. You are hearing us.
Yeah.
So,
It's a good, that is a good pearl. to trust that,
Mhm.
that nugget that's coming in. And I think, yeah, these sessions really help people to, what I tell them is you probably already know the answers to these questions, and I want you to say those answers, even if they seem
Mhm.
like the same thing you got when you wrote your questions, because then I get to ask you more questions and then we get the deeper answer. So yeah, because it does happen so often that they're like, well, those were things I was already thinking. You know,
Mhm. Why do you think that?
now give me an opportunity to ask some more questions around it and we'll get you to even deeper answer for it. So yeah, it's great work. And it's kind of like you get to be the detective, you get to be, as a practitioner, we get to get in there and help people figure out these mysteries, and it's kind of exciting. So
It is.
After level 3, when Tracie told me like, you need to ask all these people to tell me more, tell me more. Now it's your favorites, like phrase, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And I said, I will also put this phrase to my normal conversation.
yeah.
Oh, magical it's now. Oh, if you would like to help somebody, just listen to them. Just give them.
Keep talking, just keep talking.
They will be healed easily. They just need
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you finding that on a regular? Because I've noticed that it's like because of how we know how to talk to people in a session like that, because we want that information, like you're saying, then it transfers over into your everyday conversations, or and you do, and you'll get more information there. It's like, yeah.
The main thing I think I find in sessions is people want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they want to be valued in that. And so when we do that in, our conversations, and we're like, well, what do you mean by that? And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, this person's actually listening. Oh, this person actually sees me. Oh, they actually find that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And you're validating them. Mm-hmm. So yeah, then and you're right, Anna, then it brings them into a bigger understanding of something in themselves when they get to go deeper into that explanation or their story. Mm-hmm. And there is so much in our story. If we could all just understand that, sit down and tell someone your story. You're going to learn a lot about yourself when you tell your story. So,
like here inside, that's when you become level 3 practitioner of PhD, you haven't got any more weekends or the rest days. So now you're a practitioner for whole your life. So even if I'm going somewhere and somebody start to speak with me, like, I don't know, it was last month. So I sit down on the train and I got 6-hour journey and I was alone. And that was another passenger who just sit down next to me. And somehow he started to speak with me. And I was not like in my practitioner way, but I said, if he would like to see something and to understand something and ask me about something, but I'm the practitioner of PhD. So I'm
so more maniacal in the laugh, please, Anna. More maniacal in the laugh.
Mountains, yeah, train is good, yeah, our life is a train, yeah, our life is a train, yeah. How about your soul? Do you want to see something about your soul? And after this journey, he said to me, oh, wow, because of you, I understand that it's normal to think about this stuff. It's normal to speak about this stuff. He was a lawyer, and in his world, lawyer, in his world, something strange to think about the soul. It's something strange to speak with a stranger in the train about the soul, but somehow it's happening. He said, wow, so it's my deep feeling that everything is happening and now we can experience something. That's true. That's true. And that's the better. You should experience. Yeah.
So exciting when it's the bankers, the lawyers, the corporate world showing up at our door and diving into that spiritual sense of themselves.
But it's super great to have in the first stage to have normal this physical world career to understand how it's like the first stage work. Then you go somewhere to speak to people. And sometimes I've got the client of mine, and she's in really high position in the bank, like really high, extremely high position. but she is one of our spiritual soul bearers. So she's like super soul and super kind. And I said, and we ask CS like, why is she so beautiful, so kindness, so smart one, but she's inside of this deep dark organization. And the beautiful answer was like, how would you help those people? They need somebody inside of this system. That's how.
Absolutely.
Yes, she's powerful, but she needs to be there.
Yeah. And I got similar answers.
Mhm.
Those kind of things is why is this person, what did you bring them here for? Because we need somebody in this line of work to spread this energy. Yeah. Some of those denser places where we really get into the 3D and play out those roles in that third dimension, we need some 5D energy getting in there and shaking it up a little bit. So, very cool.
Put that light in.
Yeah.
It's super easy to be a monarch, to sit down somewhere in Himalaya and meditate all the time, but it's
Sure.
to be inside of
Mhm.
some public space.
You're not going to go do that out in the middle of like a corporate space. Just bring in the inner monk. I'm coming in. No.
Yeah.
Maybe in 7 years.
In 7
Maybe.
years,
Oh, I bet it's just we're not gonna recognize this place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
Well, like, let's just go to these little devices. Like, Julia and I we're a little older than you, Anna, but in our world, if someone would have told us in our teenage years you're going to carry a computer and a device that can connect to any knowledge you want in the world.
Even it being a phone, that was a foreign concept in my team.
Yeah, just even it being a phone in your pocket. Yeah. But the concept of what we carry around now, and I've been watching little shows on Netflix, and it's so funny because they're a little bit older, and they're bringing out these flip phones and these very first cell phones that were coming out, and I'm just like, oh my God. And even then we were just like, what's this world coming to?
Exactly.
So where is it going to be in 7 years? This is just,
I remember having that first phone, and it was like I was so advanced, and that thing was huge.
big brick. Yeah.
I had no, I mean, it was just a phone.
My kids don't know a world without these.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know a world without them.
Right.
So yeah, I can't.
See how interesting it is. So in one point we've got this technology developing and all this GPT chat or whatever. In other hand, everybody wake up, can connect themselves. So it's becoming more and more
to converge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever find yourself going, how did we ever figure things out before? It's like, because now I just run to my computer or my phone and I have the answer in a couple minutes. And it's like, how would I have ever found that answer before? Libraries and
library. I think library encyclopedias.
Yeah. So
I tried to do this conversation with GPT chat. Like, okay, tell me, what do you think about CS? What do you think about guardian angels? And I really like his answer. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of theories. It's a lot of theories, but I don't know. And it's going to be great if somehow we can implement the love inside the GPT or all this.
It keeps gathering. It keeps gathering more and more information, and so it does. There was somebody. Oh, I can't remember where the scene was. Somebody was asking questions about QHHT or something like that. Just how would I write up something as how would I advertise or something like that. I can't remember if that was it, but it wrote up something, and it was pulling it from all the things that we have said, what we have done, and all the website. It was like, it was really good. It was very accurate. So
there are some good things with AI, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you're scouring, it's doing all that research for you. It's just what, it's what you'd have done, but it's taken a lot longer to go through all the books and all the sites. And
that's why QHHT is so important. That's why everybody should come to QHHT to see this channel between you and your own CS, because there is no ways.
Mhm. Exactly.
Who did you say should do that? Everyone?
Everybody should go to QHHT or experience all this spiritual, interesting practice just to try to figure out how to connect directly to the CS. This is the main reason why everybody come to QHHT.
Yes.
Have this direct conversation and to understand that you already have this conversation inside of you. You just need to understand how. We are not witnesses.
You got it.
Yeah. That's exactly it. In fact, I think that's probably the greatest thing that QHHT does, is it connects you where you can consciously, you understand what this is, this part of you. And then now you know how to do it on a conscious level. You can continue to
and it helps me a lot when I experience QHHT as a client. So I already like level 3 and experienced as a client for several times. And then I think it took me maybe 3 or 4 sessions, because me as a really difficult client, because I tried to analyze.
You're analyzed, you're analytical. Look at your career. I mean,
I'm a practitioner, so I think, this is not right. This is not right voice, not here. So when I become experienced, when I become level 3, I think I come to the session and I said, shut up, we will do this session. And now I know, and I finally hear the voice of the CS. I understand this feeling, like deeply connect. And starting that session, I start to practice my own connection with CS and channeling on the morning. I click immediately, like, the same voice, the same feeling, it's here. So QHHT just helped me to understand what the voice, how it feels inside of me. Nobody can help me. It's me who can help to understand how it's this.
Yeah, and that's huge. That is so huge for everyone. Like I said, back to everyone again. Just give them that. That's a huge gift.
And now you can, you invest just like this amount of money in QHHT session, and then you can call to your CS wherever you want, like, hello, can you please help me? Hello.
Absolutely. So cool. So cool. Do we want to, you've been talking about a lot of sessions, and that's fantastic. I always like to hear, do you have anything just real quick on healing? And then I think we're getting close. So
about the healing, the session with some healings. Yeah, I've got a friend of mine. She actually lived in Austria. She became a friend of mine after the session. Of course.
There you go.
And she experienced this autoimmune disease. So autoimmune disease, and so she experienced a lot of stuff with the doctors here, with the diagnosis, with all this thing. And first we did some Erickson hypnosis, just about some trauma, and then we jump into the QHHT to go deeper, to see deeper things. And CS did a really great job. And the course was about she's not loved herself, and she is putting arms into her neck, like she can't speak. Nobody is involved in her truth. Nobody cares, but she can do it. She can do it. She's beautiful, and she needs to love herself. So like they heal her, and they said, we will heal her right now, because she needs to understand this, and she will see the difference when she will come to doctor. That's how she will believe more, and she will go to all this spiritual story more and more. So after like this session, in 1 month, she came to doctor, and it's clear. It's Austria. Like everybody believes in all this system with, with all this stuff, normal one. And now it's clear. And all these doctors, which is like normal doctors, how? It's impossible. It's just impossible. And in this point, she starts doing her life in particular different way. So she go deeper into the spiritual world. She stayed to work in a lawyer company, but she's going deeper into all the spiritual thing. and she started to spread her own truth, her own light in this world. And that was one more session I want to share with you. It's not about the healing, but it's really interesting one. And it's about, 3 years ago, I got this call from the lady. She said me, I find you in the website of UHHT. I need Russian speaker practitioner. The story is that from the beginning, I can hear and I can see all my guardian angels. I can speak with them, I can experience them, but I need to go to the session with you. They tell me that I need to go to the session with you. So they tell me, so I'm famous from the guardian angels. Wow. Yeah. And she said me, can you please fly to me? I can buy you tickets, but please fly to me. I live somewhere in Russia. I said, it's strange things. So if you will come to my place, it's okay, but I will not fly to you. So after half a year of this discussion, who will come, who will not come, she said, okay, I will fly. I will come to your place. And in the seconds she come inside my office, I understand why it's me who should fly to her. Because it was like she is coming and I can feel all this energy. And it was like, I want to, stay, down and say, wow, what is happening? It was her first ever flight on the plane, because she can feel, hear, and see everybody just like that. All feelings, and for her to experience the flight was a bit of, tricky. And I said, but why are you coming if you're already in the contact of your guardian angels? Why are you coming to QHHT with me? She said, because in QHHT in regression, even for me, my conscious will chips, and a lot of transformations will be implemented in the session just in these 2 hours. So she can experience it for like 1 year or 1 hour with the session. And so we go into the trance, and it was my first session. She was with open eyes. Like that. And afterwards, she told me, like, that's how I see better. So,
okay.
So she's with this open eyes. And when the guardian angel somebody come, and I asked, the voice become really lower, like even whisper. And I said, like, how can I name you? Or who are you? He said, you can name Jesus. Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
And in this second, when I hear it, I can feel it. So again, it's about your inner, how you feel it. So I feel that it's not a joke. So it's like, wow. But my monkey inside of me was like, but can I answer you something? Is it true? Is it everything true here? It was like, no, it's not true.
Not true. And did you feel like you already knew that answer?
Of course. But I mean, I do some specific one, like, so you really like water, wine? No. Okay. Is it true? No. Even the time period? No. But that was her session. That was her questions. I was not able to do this. But it was my first like meeting with such a big energy, and it was wow. And it was experience for me how it worked. But even this high person with that quality and this knowledge come to the session in QHHT, because in QHHT it can be faster on all these transformations.
Such a good point. Yeah. I think we all need it. Like, we can get our answers, but it's so nice to have a neutral party asking questions to get us to look at maybe new perspectives, or a little bit deeper, or, oh, I hadn't even thought to ask that or look at it from this way. So there's such a benefit. Even, like, I have people that are so connected, like you were saying, when they come in and we have beautiful sessions and they get to go even deeper with their information. So yeah, I'll go back to what you said earlier. Everyone everyone needs one of these sessions. They're
Well, and like
amazing.
you said, it's like what she could get in a year, she could get in 1 hour in a session. It's like
Yeah,
you're compressing that growth. You're really accelerating.
exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that word, accelerating. You're accelerating your growth. You're
And
awakening. You're
You're able to
accelerating
see it
that
crystal
expansion.
clear. Mhm. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't catch that, Anna.
this session, it's also experience for me and the lesson for me.
Mhm.
Each session
Mhm.
is also a lesson for us. So
Mhm.
there's no like friends or enemies. Everybody who comes to the session is a teacher,
Yeah.
to us. Every session is unique and every session is an extremely insightful lesson for us. It's really interesting. But
Absolutely.
that's why I can't read a lot of books. I don't need books. I've got my own sessions. I just come to my work and I have
Yeah,
That's
whatever information you need, you'll get it right
I know.
there.
I think I've said that before where I'll be driving into the office going, I wonder what I'm going to learn today. You know,
Mhm.
and I even had that conversation with my client yesterday that, everyone, because she was asking me something about the sessions. I said, they're always mutual. There's always something in it for me as well. That's part of the joy of being the practitioners. We get something out of it too. And, they don't even know they're giving you messages half the time. It's like, oh, I was supposed to hear that. Okay. So, yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. So I think we're probably there. How can people find you, Anna? You're in Austria, but how can people find you if they want to have a session or if they want to make contact with you? Just
So I'm on official website now. I decide that I will do new Instagram page with new energy and completely new version of Instagram. So it's gonna be the post with a voice, but it's not the reels or YouTube. It's like the post with messages with my voice because our voice is our instrument. So you need to.
I like that. Yeah. Hmm.
It's really beautiful images. So we also created how it should be. So
Mm.
Instagram, it's official website, and I think I will also work in my new website. So somehow it worked, somehow it worked. But my session is in Russian or in English. My Deutsch is schlecht.
Still working on that. Well, that's huge to be able to. That's
Yeah.
that's one more, maybe 1.5 more than I do. Oh.
Right. So we probably don't have a lot of people that are listening, unless they also speak English, which must Russian. I was going to have you say that information in Russian for any of the Russian listeners. How to get a hold of
Go
you?
for it. I mean,
I love listening to her speak it. So.
I do.
That's funny, but
It's the work of both sides. So most of my clients said, I just feel that somehow somebody just pushed me. I somehow open and I see you and yeah, and it's all my stories.
yeah.
It's just
yes, that's how it works. That's why we say put your picture on there, and we tell clients look at the practitioner, see who resonates with you, because that's what it is. It's you're being pushed to the one that's right for you.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Julie, let me ask you, upcoming events, where do people find practitioners? How do they become a practitioner? Give it all to us, girl.
So much. QHHTofficial.com. We have everything. So if you want to get the level 1 course and then keep going as Anna did and Tracie, I mean, just keep going all the way and, seeing what else is out there, helping people, really, really helping people. You can get the course, all the information there on that site, and on the homepage, we have some videos you can watch. We also have an upcoming retreat in Ibiza, Spain. So we would love to see you there if you want to be with like-minded people. That's October 4th to 9th. So it's not too far from now, right around the corner. You going to be there, Anna?
I'm still in the process, but
okay.
Probably.
Okay. See, I was going to say it's a great time to come see Anna if you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Tracie's going to be there. So come on. That'll be wonderful. Okay. And then let's see. So that's us. Okay. Yeah. And then if you want to have a session, QHHTofficial.com, you go to find a practitioner and just see who's in your area, wherever you're willing to travel. We have people go all over the world. So it's like, where do you want to go? And where are you willing? Then look in that area, see who resonates with you. Look them in the eyes and then talk to them. Make contact, by email, talking, whatever. Somehow do your due diligence. See who resonates. You will know the right one for you.
Yeah.
Trust.
I will say this too. You say make contact, and that's not always the easiest way for us to respond. But a lot of us have video content out there. A lot of us have the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the YouTubes, and all of that. Go watch someone's video and see if they're resonating for you as well. That's another great way to get to know if that
absolutely
feels right to you.
Because you'll get their energy from that.
Yeah, because I know with me, I've mentioned this before. As someone's writing
I was
me,
like, call them. And they're like, I don't call us.
Yeah, everyone's saying stop saying that, because no, I won't answer a call because I won't hang up the phone and I'll be there for hours with you, and then my family suffers for that. So that's not okay. But even the emails that come in, I'm so direct in an email. I'll be like, I forget the fluffy parts. Hi, nice to meet you. I forget all of that. So then you're not really getting the actual me. You're getting the part of me that's got 30 other things I'm doing, and I'm trying to respond to you too. So please go to our videos, go to something that's really going to show our personalities, because we do get busy and we do have our families and stuff like that. So there's a lot of ways to get to know us. And yes, I invite the email. I do respond to them. I have had a lot of my emails actually go to junk mail. So if you're not hearing back from your practitioner, please reach out again, because they may not be getting it. I had somebody reach out to me in an email. It went to my junk mail, and then they found me on Instagram and messaged me there and said, you never responded to my email. I thought I'd try here. And I'm like, I just got an email. So please know that technology is not always reliable. If you're not hearing back, it could just be that there was a glitch. So I'm going to say that for all of us out there, because I know that we all kind of run into some of the same things, but we do want to get to know you. We do want to have that time with you. But we also have to kind of be protective of our own free time as well, because like me, a lot of us are workaholics. So there is that. But yeah, come find us, get our information, find our videos, see who we are, see who resonates. It's such a neat experience to have a QHHT session. So yeah. And, just spending this time with Anna, it just makes me want to go to Austria. So,
I was in Austria a long time ago, and it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I would love to come back again.
The next reunion should be in Alps, because Alps, it's great energy.
Oh, the Alps.
She was sending me pictures from there, and I'm like, what?
We did a class in was it Germany? And it was in that part of the Alps, so it's like, I can't remember the town we went to, but it was gorgeous, little Bulgarian.
Yes,
it's so pretty. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I would love to go back.
Because it's just like environment already healing here, so it's
and it looks nothing like Australia.
No. That's the first part of the name.
Yeah, the name may be similar, but the countries are different.
That's so funny.
How they say, like, your soul should be not in the place it's comfortable for the soul. It should be in the place it should work for the soul. So now you should be in the Austria, but maybe late.
Where will Anna be next?
That's exactly. Where in the world is Anna? Okay. Anyway, thank you so much, Anna, for being here. I loved hearing all of your adventures. It's gorgeous. Yes.
Highly recommend following her on Instagram, you guys. And it's wonderful to see everyone again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Until next time. Bye.